Hi there, welcome back to my channel. Welcome. It's been a while since I posted a video. I think I posted a video back in January. It's March. I wanted to check in. I wanted to see how you guys are doing because the world is wacky. Also, just want to say the natural light in my apartment right now looks really good. So I thought this would be an ideal time. Yeah, the state of the world is insane. And I honestly don't know what to say about that. I don't know. I think I wanted to come and make this video to see how everybody else is doing. I think that sometimes, me personally, when things are not the greatest, I kind of crawl into my apartment and kind of keep to myself a lot of times, which is, I don't think it's a good thing sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. And I haven't, like, I do talk to friends, like messaging and stuff, but I haven't like gone out in a while and been social, which I want to do more of, because even though we're in the middle of an apocalypse, I could still meet up with my friends for a coffee. And I don't know, I think that in terms of my mentals, I've been seeing a therapist once a week. I actually, unfortunately, had to switch her out. I've been with her for like a year and a half, but because of, she's in Florida, we do Zoom sessions, but there's like something going on with Florida's insurance and licensing, and now they can't have New York clients at my particular office. So, which sucks, because not, during this time, you really want to stick to one person. So in April, I'm meeting with someone new who's more local, which was like, okay, on top of everything else. Also, I don't know about a lot of you. I know a lot of people are out of work. I myself have been doing freelance work for a while, and it's been very, for me particular, there's a lot of people just not hiring. And I've been really, really working on putting my applications out there. I'm looking for more steady work instead of gig work because it just hasn't been working out. It's kind of wild because I'm in New York, and New York there's always work here. Like, I remember when I moved to California for a couple of years, I moved to LA, and I didn't get a job. Like, I moved in April, I didn't get a job to June, and I thought that was insane because, like, in New York, you probably get a job like this, and I'm not, like, I wasn't looking for anything particular. Like, I wasn't being, like, specific. Like, I was like, I'll cook, I'll clean, I'll do whatever. I just need to work, I'll work as a janitor. And it was just wild to me to see that it took that long. It was really frustrating. And I remember once calling an agency that I signed up with, and I would call them every week on Friday. No, scratch that. I would email her every week on Friday. Because that's the way I was kind of trained in New York to do. When you sign up with like a temp agency, you, like, once a week you check in and say, hey, I'm available for next week, and that's just the way I've learned to do that. And I'm sure a lot of you who've watched this feel the same way. So this lady wrote back and said, you don't have to message me every week. Once a month is fine. I was like, once a month? How are you gonna find me a job once a month? So that was like a wake-up call to realize that LA is not like New York at all, even though I knew that. But work-wise, I thought, oh, it's another big city, how hard could it be? But getting back to the state of the world, yeah, it's been kind of crazy because I do a lot of babysitting. You guys may know I take care of children, and a lot of my parents are out of work, so they don't need me. I do house cleaning too. And the same thing, my parents are out of work. I temp. Not a lot of offices are looking for temp people. The most amount of work I've gotten is, like, a couple weeks ago, I was a temp at an office for a couple days. And, like, next week I'm working at the Javits Center. If you don't know what the Javits Center is, it's like a convention center here, and I'm doing some, like, stuff there. But it's been pretty quiet in terms of work, and it's so hard because, so many people are losing their jobs, gas is going up, food is going up, everything's going up, and it's kind of mind-boggling. It's wild, and we're in war too, so which is, yeah, the whole thing is nuts. So I don't want to come here and remind you again, because I'm sure you already see it on the news, and you have to deal with it at the grocery store and the pump, all of it. So what I wanted to do is talk to you guys about how you're handling it. Now the sun's going away. No, no sun, come back. Just want to know how people are handling it. I'm going to use myself as an example. I've been doing a lot of writing. I haven't been doing a lot of like filming and audio stuff. I haven't done my podcast since October, and I actually just kind of just stuffed the script for a new episode that I hinted about like months ago. And I want to maybe record something today or tomorrow. If this is going up, it's probably going to be tomorrow. And then I started looking into getting back into my voiceover stuff. I mean, a lot of you know I'm an actor, and I'm still pursuing it. That's why I do a lot of gig work. And so lately it's just been really crappy with that too. I think my manager, God bless her, she's amazing. She's probably sent me like 8 things, and I think I've auditioned for 2, because the other ones I was just like, no, I don't want to do this. I think that, there's that sense of also like, there was like a meme the other day, and the background was on fire, and it says the world, the typeface says the world, and then in the front there's a person like labeled actor, and they're doing their like their slates when you introduce yourself, and then you do your acting. And it's like, it's kind of like a part of me as an actor feels like selfish for wanting to consider to pursue acting when the world is on fire. Like, I still want to do, and it's not just acting, because it's, acting, voiceover, stuff like that. Doing this too. It's also like I started getting back into drawing and painting, and and photography. I do, I sell my prints online. And there's like a part of me that feels a little selfish for wanting to do that. To want to continue to do that when the world is on fucking fire. Like, so I'm going to keep continuing to do that, because what else can I do? I can't sit here and be like worried about the world and be nervous and, and just sad about what's going on. Because it's really crazy. Everything's just like, it's all at once too. It's not like it's so many things at once. It's like it's overstimulating. So that segues into one of the things I've been doing a lot of is meditating. I know. You're like, what? But it doesn't, like, this is the thing. I remember years ago, because I've been doing meditation for a while. Years ago, a friend of mine was like, meditation? That seems really hard. Like, I have a squirrel brain. And I'm like, I have a squirrel brain too. Look at me. But what you do is you start off really small and with your breathing. And listen, I'm not some meditation guru or genius or anything. Obviously, look at me. But it could start really simple, like taking 2 minutes out of your day and putting a timer on and just trying, like, it's really hard. But 2 minutes, and just start with just concentrating on your breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and just like doing slow breathing and just like, I don't know, getting yourself centered like that. Also, like, putting on maybe soothing music for, like, a little bit. And I know, and before you come at me and be like, I got kids, I got this, I got a husband, I get it. That's why I said 2 minutes. I said, lock yourself in the bathroom. I know it's probably hard because your cat's probably trying to get in the door, and your kid's like, Mom, where are you? And you're just like, God damn it. Maybe find a closet. Damn it, just give me a minute. I know you guys have a lot in the world to do, so, adjust accordingly. So yeah, breathing works for me. Meditation. There's a lot of meditation apps. The one I like, it's on my phone, but I'm recording on my phone because I got a new phone because I switched providers, and this phone has a better recording camera than my pad, which is like, look at it. It fell and it cracked completely. Insight Timer. I like Insight Timer. Not sponsored at all. Insight Timer is one of my favorite, and they have all sorts of different kinds. That's a good one. And there's a ton of them out there that are free that you don't pay for anything. Like, seriously, we're in this economy, don't pay for anything. YouTube has a bunch of stuff that you can find and meditate. And maybe like even like sometimes I do this. I'm in the bathroom brushing my teeth and I'll put like affirmations. That's another one, affirmations. And it doesn't have to be a big deal. I see too many people, like too many gurus online making such a big deal about it. It doesn't have to be a big deal. It doesn't. It should be a part of your life. It shouldn't be stressful. It should be adding more joy to you. So, you might do meditation and the breathing, you're like, God, I hate this. Okay, well maybe that's not for you. Maybe affirmations or maybe prayer. Prayer still works. I don't go to church. I'm not religious like that, but I once was. I was Catholic, and I do believe in the power of prayer. I do believe in a higher power too. I just don't participate in a religious sector. So there's that. There's also journaling. Journaling's great. And it doesn't have to be some sort of epic novel of writing. You could just write like half a page. Just like write it out. You can do that. Or it could be, I personally don't like this, but maybe you prefer this. In your notes, writing notes on your phone. You could do that. Just don't do it on AI. No AI, guys. No AI. AI is drowning. Like, AI is, I would say drowning us. They're actually taking away our water. AI is not good. I was a little obsessed for a couple months with AI, and I noticed that I was getting really, like, dependent on it, but also it made me kind of like more depressed than I already was. So I just felt like I was getting real stupid. Like I was asking it questions that I'm like, girl, you know these things. Like, you're way too old to be like depending on something. You grew up in a generation where there was analog and we kind of transferred into digital. So you know a lot of these things. Like I remember encyclopedias. Let's just say that. Yeah, so that's a couple of ones that I could think of that are free. I've actually started going back to the library. Love it. Going back to the library and reading books again, and reading books that I once read when I was younger. Like I watched the Hobbit movie and I was like, I don't remember this, and I went and I got the Hobbit to read it and just do that. I'm actually reading a book my sister gave me. I'm starting it. Well, I'm reading it. I'm starting it today. Called The Witches by Stacy Schiff. Stacy. Hopefully, you guys will keep me accountable. It is about the Salem witch trials. Because I love all that stuff. So she sent me the book. She works at Barnes and Noble, and she sent me this book. She always sends me really great books. And yeah, I mean, the world's shitting. And I don't even know why I came on here, but I felt like I needed to give you guys an update. I'm still here, still in New York, still trying to figure it out. Last night, I don't know what it was. It was like I haven't been able to sleep. I don't know if anybody else out there has been able to, have regular sleep. It's been kind of like chaotic and I don't know. I just haven't, like, some days I'll sleep really good for 2 days and then one day it'll just be terrible. And last night was one of those days and I was up at like 2-3 in the morning, and so I was like, well, what am I gonna do? I started listening to music and started dancing around my apartment like a weirdo. I mean, not like I've never done that before, but I'm saying, like, it's we gotta find joy in like little things. I know how chaotic and ugly it is out there, but we have to find joy in little things. I also started rewatching He-Man because the movie's coming out in June, and I grew up watching that. And that's brought me some joy too. So there's just, I don't know. I think the message of this video is find little things to bring you joy. I would say eating, but food's expensive. I think I lost like 10 pounds from just like not be able to afford food. Let's just be like, let's find a little bit of joy and let's be kind to each other. I mean, there's some people who we shouldn't be kind of because they put us in this situation. Get it? But each other who, our neighbors, I'm always worried about the elderly and the disabled, especially in these times. I'm always worried about them. I don't have a lot of money, but I try to donate here and there to like causes for disabled people. There's one in California. There's a couple here in New York, and like even if it's like $5 a month, something. And it's sometimes I can't even afford $5. Like, but I try to. I don't know. I hope that you're having a good day, and I hope that you get as much hugs as possible, and I hope that I don't know. I hope that in these times where things seem so chaotic and dire, that you see the small things, the small joys in life, even if it's like a bag of M&Ms or jumping in a puddle or getting cuddles from your cat or your kid, or finding a really interesting article or talking to your friend. I hope you understand that we're all in the same boat, this rocky ass boat. And that I hope you're okay, and please leave a message below and let me know what you're doing to kind of cope with everything. And yeah, love you. Hope you have a good one. Bye.